Hello guys and welcome back. We are going to continue Bubblegloop Swamp by going over here. 3 more notes on this log and a couple flibbits, but we don't have to defeat them. There are wading boots here for the fact that there are notes in the piranha water behind that egg, and I think I might just use them. Although, alright, that thing came around. Okay, up on top of this reed there's a mumbo token, and then if we flutter over to the egg, there's a shock jump pad to get on top of it. An extra life. And you have to hit the X wherever it is on the egg for the shell to come off, and after a series of them the egg will break open and have a Jiggy inside of it. Why there was a Jiggy inside of an egg I do not know, nor do I really care to find out. Yeah, I'm gonna try to just wade through here. For those of you keeping track at home, you may have noticed that between video 7.5 and video 8 that my total number of lives went down from 9 to 3. That is because when you turn off the game, your lives get reset to 3. So yeah, I hadn't turned off the game between videos 1 and video 7.5. But I did after that. Anyway, over here is the last major area. There's actually quite a bit of things to do over here. This giant crocodile face will, unlike that turtle, talk to us. It is just a giant rock crocodile face. If we come over here, there's a croctus. And then the other croctus gets revealed behind the turtle. We were already there, and I will go back there in a second to grab it, but we are first going to come over here, get these 3 notes, get the notes in the swamp water using invincibility, because you can use invincibility and I have nothing better to use my golden feathers for, and I don't really want to take any more damage. So another example of how you can use invincibility. I don't know if it makes your feathers take off faster or not if you are considered to be under attack at all times. I don't know if the game has that advanced of a script. If it did, that would actually be... I'd congratulate the programmers. I'm going to grab these 3. I don't think I can make it to that platform, so I'm going to go back and grab that croctus quick, and then we will be back here. Shouldn't take too long. Since this is the last major area, Mumbo is over here, and we will be going to visit him in probably a minute or 2. Yeah, okay, back over here. And let's see, for you, those of you who don't know the game by heart, which I'm sure there are quite a few of you, what do you think Mumbo will turn us into in a swamp? And this mosquito is really irritating, just like the ones in real life. Yeah, see, this croctus is moving very fast, and he is indeed the last one. So, we get the Jiggy from the crocti, if you will, and we are to 7. That leaves 2 Jiggies. Yes, I said 2, not 3, because Bubblegloop Swamp is in fact the first level where you cannot get all of the Jiggies on your first visit. There is 1 Jiggy in Bubblegloop Swamp that you need a move from a later level to obtain. We're not going to get there yet because frankly we can't. Up here, there's a beehive that I will take advantage of. There are mosquitoes, as you can probably hear them, or a mosquito. I remember there being 2. Here's where you have to use the wading boots, because this is a long path of water. There are notes here. If you miss the notes walking past and you go back for them, there's a good chance your wading boots will run out before you make it to dry land, because they will in fact run out very quickly. That ticking sound means they're about to run out. We can renew them over here and continue on our way. More notes to get, and there will be one more renewal of the boots, except that we won't be doing it quite yet. We'll go over here to another switch, except this one, the Jiggy's only that far away, but we only get 10 seconds to get to it, and there's a very high chance you'll fall off that thin ledge. But it's not that hard, and we get that one. So that leaves one Jiggy. And since there's a Mumbo, of course that Jiggy has to use Mumbo's transformation, otherwise he'd be rather useless. And so it's a quick walk over here. You can cancel the boots early, but I'm not going to because I don't feel a need for it. There's another Mumbo token back here, and we hit a solid 20. But we do not in fact have to use 20 to transform, we only have to have 10. And I don't think there's anything up here, although I'm wrong. There's an empty honeycomb up between the rafters. We don't have to talk to him this time, we can just step on the pad, and it appears as though he has turned us into a washing machine. So I bet all of you at home guessed wrong. He asks us if we'll wash his loincloth. Says he's kidding, and then will transform us again into a crocodile. Behind his chair is another Mumbo token, and he says he needs new boots, so he is going to turn us into them. That's a rather cruel joke, and I'm surprised. I never heard anything about PETA going at it. But anyway, we are going to jump down here. The piranha-infested waters do not damage the crocodile, although he can still take damage from mosquitoes. And a guy we will see in just a minute here. This guy, although I'm going to grab that Mumbo token and those 3 notes quick. Yes, this guy right here. He says his name is Mr. Vile, he's the greediest croc of all, and we have to play his game to win a prize. So of course we'll play his game because we know that his prize is in fact a Jiggy. And he says eat more red yumblies. These things, you have to hit B to attempt to eat them. There is one reason that I absolutely despise this mission, and it's a reason of principle. And that reason is if you tie him, if you get the exact same number of red yumblies eaten, you will lose. There's no such thing as a tie. You will lose. You have to eat more than him, not the same as him, more. And that wouldn't be so much of an issue if it weren't for the fact that when you lose, he goes after you and attempts to bite you, and he will do 1 honeycomb worth of damage, unless of course you get into a graphical glitch where when he bites you, you move towards him, and then you take 2 things of damage, which in my trial run I had the unfortunate of events happen to me, and that indeed happened, and I died doing so. He says we will now play a harder game. Sorry if you guys can hear that phone in the background. Where we have to eat more red yumblies than him, but not to eat the yellow ones because they are not ripe yet. They will in fact make you do this sort of gag throw up thing, and it will waste a lot of your time. He will also get better. I don't know how to explain how he gets better, but he gets more accurate. I don't think he actually gets faster, but he makes better pattern recognition and chains. Although this game still isn't that hard. It's pretty easy to win the first 2 games. There are 3 games though but we are not going to get to the third game, I don't think, because it takes too much time. We will run out of video space. So after the second game is over, I will pause and we will have to pick it up in the next video. And unfortunately, like Clanker's Cavern, we will have very little to do with the end of a level at the beginning of a video, but that's alright. We have already actually opened the next level, and he says we must play the last game, but we do not have the time. The game is we have to eat what's shown at the top of the screen, but we don't have time. So I thank you guys for watching, and tune in the next video to see the exciting conclusion.